This is the Ulanzi 40-watt bi-color LED rechargeable light. Now you may be thinking, who in the world is Ulanzi? Because that's what I was thinking when they reached out to me. I had never heard of them before. I feel like I'm pretty familiar with the companies who create the filmmaking gear that we all use, and having never heard of them, I did my research and did find out that they are an actual company. So I said yes, and here we are. Also, just to let you know, these are my own thoughts. These are not Ulanzi's. They are not asking me to change anything that I say. These are not their thoughts. They are my thoughts, my honest thoughts about this light. And I will say, I really do like this light. So to start it off, this light is an extremely basic, small, simple light. And that's what I want out of something like this. Just something that does what it says it's gonna do. It's not overly complicated. You know how to use it right out of the box, which makes it perfect. If you look on the back, it is an extremely simple setup. There's one switch to turn it on and off, and then two dials. One for your color temperature and special effect. You press it to get to your special effects, and then you turn it to adjust between them. And then your other dial is for your power. My favorite feature of this light is that it is battery powered. I don't have to lug around extra batteries to make this work. At a full charge and at maximum power, you're gonna get about 75 minutes of runtime on this light. And then at a full charge with it running at minimum power, you're gonna get approximately 5 hours, which is pretty nuts for something this size. This light really is so small. It is, my hands can almost cover up the whole thing. So the applications for this light could be really high. I'm believing that there's gonna be a lot of different scenarios and situations that this light can be used at. Let's test out if it can be used as a key light really quick. Here you go, here's the setup. We're gonna go up here. This is my main key light that I'm typically using. And here is the Ulanzi 40W that we're gonna try out as our key light. So let's swap them really quick. So honestly, not the best unless you're going for a really dramatic look. And it's probably not placed in the best place, but still, and of course it's not at the same distance as my really big light. It's not gonna look the same, but I mean, we can take the hood off, and that is blinding. Take it off. So, and it's at 100%. It is strong. So, in a specialized situation and also in a different setup than this, I can see it being used as a key light. I probably would not use it as a key light, especially if I have my light that I have with me. I would use this, I think, more as like a hair light of some sort on the opposite side of my key, or a backwards fill, something like that, or even something special in a different sense, something that, I don't know, if I'm in a special situation of doing something dramatic or a short film. I mean, this light's so small, you can put it in so many different places. And probably as a key light, if I'm in a pinch, I could probably use it. Right out the bat though, I probably would lean towards another light. But if I had nothing else, I could figure out a way to make this work. So this past weekend, I was on a little trip with some friends, and we had rented an Airbnb. And while we were there, I had the light, and I wanted to test it out and kind of imitate some light sources around me and just set up some scenes and see how it goes. So let's dive into a few of these shots. I shot all of these with the FX3 in S-Log3 with the 50mm at 1.2 aperture, and I color graded these just with the phantom neutral LUT. For this first shot, we had some thunderstorms going on around us, so there was lots of lightning, and it was really cool, and I thought, there's a lightning effect on this light, let's try it out and see if I can imitate what is going on around me. For these first set of shots, we were up on the porch of our cabin, and there had been lightning flashing up on the porch. So I had set the light down on the ground, on the outside of the porch on the ground, and had the setting turned to lightning effect. And I really like the way that it looked. At first, in camera, I thought it didn't look as good as it should. But now, outside of the situation, and looking at the clips, I really do think it looks good and the effect really worked well, especially in this next clip where I was closer up to my friend, and so the flashes were blurred out more in the background, and I feel like more of the blurred background really did help that effect shine more and look more legit. For this next shot, I had the light inside the cabin underneath the chandelier, mimicking the light of the chandelier. Do I think this is the best placement of the light? No, but I was trying really just to test out the power of the light and gonna possibly get a cool silhouette or just see the capabilities of this thing. So this outward shot really isn't that bad. If someone was standing up on that railing and looking out, it would give kind of a cool, moody, maybe mysterious look of a silhouette, someone standing on that porch. So really, really not a bad shot. This next shot though, it's enough light for the people on the porch, but what I don't like about it is that it is just, the windows seem to just be blowing out. They're really close to just being completely gone. Now the next clip I think looks really good. It really shows that there was enough light coming out to make the faces of the people on the porch look really good, really pleasing. I liked it a lot, and you get less of a view of that window where it was getting blown out. Overall, I think this is an incredible light. I think it made these scenes look really good. And you may be saying, not really. But what I'm doing here is just seeing how I can make this work when I'm on set, how I can implement it in my work in the future. If I'm in a situation where I don't have my big light, my aperture lights, or C-stands, or if I'm having to fly to a destination and shoot at a destination and I can't pack lights or pack extra gear, this is perfect for those situations. It's so small, I can pack it anywhere. It's durable, I'm not scared it's gonna break. And the light is so powerful that I'm getting some really good looks out of it. I'm not saying this is the only light that I'm going to be using. I think I would be in trouble if this was the only one I had. Where I see this light being strong is where I am imitating other sources of light. But I can see when I'm in a lot of situations in the future and I need a light and don't have other ones, I can make it work with this light. Plus, because of the size, the build quality, and especially the internal battery, this light's gonna be able to be implemented and used in a lot of different situations that your other lights would not work. And because of the battery, I'm not gonna have to carry around extra pieces, extra batteries to make this work. I'll be able to set it up and let it run for 75 minutes minimum, which is a long time. And if it needs to be longer, I can just plug it in and let it go as long as I need it. Overall, this is gonna be a great light for me on set. It's gonna be useful and versatile, and I'll be able to use it in a lot of different situations. Also, as usual, a big thank you to you, to anyone who watched any part of this. It means the world that you watch any of my content with the millions of hours of other stuff out there. So thank you, have a great day, see you soon.